Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is the brother Yair Radah coming at y'all with another quick video. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world calls God. Yahweh Shah being the name of his beloved Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. A short new moon. It's going to be a quick video, Lord willing, through the Spirit on is free will biblical, right? Because a lot of people, even in its truth, a lot of people believe that, you know, you have free will. You're free to do whatever you do and you control all your actions. And, you know, mentally, we think that way, but that's not necessarily the case, and it's not biblical according to Scripture, right? So we're going to dive into it. Just going to get some, you know, precepts on the topic, man, through the Spirit, right? This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 20 and verse 24, and it reads, it says, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? So, right, it said man's goings are of the Lord, meaning anything that you do in your lifetime while you're on this earth, man, hey, that's of the Most High at the end of the day, whether it be good or whether it be bad, man. Whatever you do, hey, the Most High had you do that, man. Why? Because whatever his will was, hey, you got to perform that. And nothing can disobey his word, like it tell you all throughout the Scriptures, man. All right, let's get another one. All right, let's go. Matter of fact, let's stay in the book of Proverbs. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21 and 1. It says, the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So, I mean, these elect governed people, right, in this world, like that's running the governments, right, not only in America, Babylon the Great, but these other nations also. Hey, the Most High is the one that set those people up, man. He's the one that sets those people up, and whatever he has them to do, hey, guess what? They're gonna do that, right? And they're gonna do it because why? He's implanted it in their mind and in their spirit to go do these different things, man. The Most High is the one that's stirring up all these nations around the world, man, to be at each other next, basically, man. Tell you that all throughout the Scriptures, man. Right? Hold on, let me get that real quick in the book of Joel. Real quick, Salaki. All right. It's the book of Joel. It's the book of Joel, chapter, I believe I'm on 3. It's the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 2. It says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. So the Most High said, look, I'm gonna gather all these people in the land in the valley of Jehoshaphat, right? How is he going? Is he just gonna come down from the third heaven and grab them with his hand and place them all there? Nah, that's not how it's gonna work, man. He's controlling their minds, man, controlling their hearts, right? To go do what? To wage war against one another, right? Let's go back to Proverbs 21 and 1 and read that one more time. All right, it says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Most High gonna do all his pledges at the end of the day. He gonna do what he want to do, right? Let's go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 18. All right, go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 18. This is the book of, we'll start at 4. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 18 and verse 4. And it reads, and the vessel that he made of clay was marred in the hands of the potter. So he made it again another vessel as seemed good to the potter to make it. Right? So if you're not familiar with that, a potter is like clay. It's clay. It's a bowl that spins around, and basically you can carve it and do whatever you want to it. Right? If you're the potter, you can make that clay and turn that clay into whatever you want to turn it into. It's up to you. Right? That's the Most High in this parable. That's the Most High. right? And guess what? We the clay. Reading on, it says, then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, O house of Israel, cannot I do with you as this potter, saith the Lord? Behold, as the clay is in the potter's hand, so are ye in my hand, O house of Israel. So whatever, like the scripture said, man, whatever the Most High want to do, hey, he gonna do his pleasures at the end of the day. Reading on, verse 7. At what instant I shall speak concerning a nation and concerning a kingdom, to pluck up and to pull down and to destroy it. So the Lord is the one that raises up these nations. He's the one that brings them back down and destroy them, man. He's the one that raises up people and then guess what? Put them back down, man. The Lord is in control of all these different things, man. Right? That's not free will, right? Nobody can say, oh, I'm going to do this. Hey, if it be the Most High will, man, that's why we always say, I don't want Atazah, man, or Abaratazah, man, because this is the Lord's will at the end of the day, man. We plan as humans. We plan things a lot of the time ahead of time, like in the future, like, oh, next week on Wednesday, I'm going to do this. Well, you don't know if that's necessarily going to be the case, man. It's whatever the Most High going to have you do next week on Wednesday, man. Right? You're not even supposed to really do anything without thinking upon the Most High first and asking him first, right? Can't act and move in haste. All right, let's get some more precepts. Let's go to the book of, actually, let's go to Jeremiah again. Let's stay in the book of Jeremiah. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 23. And it reads, it says, O Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is there, Salakia. Salakia. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 23. O Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. Right? Because it's not like we don't control what we do, man. We don't control us going out to camp, man. We don't do that on our own, man. Hey, the Most High is the one that's making us go out there to camp, man. Every weekend, man. The Most High is the one that's making us study, man. The Most High is the one, hey, that's bugging brothers out in this truth, man, and sisters, man. Having you get bugged out. Why? Because you're being slothful, man. Right? The Most High is in control of all of these different things. There's nothing that the Most High is not in control of at the end of the day. Why? Because there's no such thing as free will. Everything is of the will of the Most High God at the end of the day, right? I'll read that one more time. Jeremiah 10 and 23, it says, O Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. Straight like that, man. Straight like that. Let's go to Isaiah. Classic. Isaiah 46, 10. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 46 and verse 10. It says, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasures. Right? So the Lord said he declared the end, meaning, and the end has not yet come, man. Right? It said declaring the end, man, from the beginning. Right? So everything that you think you're going to do, or the things that you've done in your past, right? The Lord set out for those things to be done before you was even created, man. Before your spirit was even thought about, man. Hey, before Yahweh Shah was created, man. All these things was thought out and planned out to perfection from the beginning, man. I'm going to read that again, man. It says, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Right? So the Lord at the end of the day is in control of all things, man. All right, let's go to the Apocrypha real quick. Zalakia. Let's go to the book of Sirach. Right? Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 16. Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 16 and verse 15. Right? Because, hey, man, Pharaoh didn't have free will, man. right? Pharaoh didn't have free will. If Pharaoh had free will, hey, he probably wouldn't have done some of the things. He wouldn't have done. He wouldn't have been wroth with the children of Israel, man, and did those things that he did, man. He wouldn't have kept damn turning them back, right? He would have let them go and do their thing. But guess what? Hey, the Lord was controlling them, man. And that wasn't the will of the Most High. The will of the Most High was for Pharaoh to continue to go off, man, and continue to damn be prideful, man. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 16 and verse 15. And it reads, the Lord hardened Pharaoh that he should not know him, that his powerful works might be known to the world. Right? So, hey, the Lord hardened, the Lord controls. There's, like I said, man, there's not anything that the Lord does not control, man. Even the angels don't have free will, man. The angels got to do whatever the Most High say, man, at the end of the day. They don't have free will. They're not doing things on their own, right? Before that, let's go to the book of, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Let's go to the book of Ephesians. Let's go to the book of Ephesians, chapter 1. It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 1 and verse 5. And it reads, having predestinated, right? Having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Yahweh Shah HaMashiach to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will. Right? So predestination is real. Destiny is a real thing. Right? That's not something that's just they talk about in movies for a great speech or nothing like that. Nah. Predestination, destiny, those things are real. It's in the Bible, all throughout the scriptures, man. And you have certain people who's predestinated for destruction. You got certain people that's predestinated for everlasting life, man. That's just how the dice roll. And it's the counsel of the Most High God's will, right? At the end of the day, what it come down to, right? Let's jump down to verse 11 in Ephesians chapter 1. It says, in whom also we have obtained an inheritance, being predestinated according to the purpose of him who worketh all things after the counsel of his own will. Right? So everything is after the will of the Most High God, man. And he predestinated people for destruction, nations for destruction, man. For kingdoms to rise up, man. And he predestinated individuals, man, for different things, to be destroyed, to be wicked, to go off, to be righteous, right? To be mighty in the truth, to be slothful. And all these different things are predestinated, man. And they all come from the Most High at the end of the day, man. Predestination is a cut to free will. Because if you have free will, how do you have predestination, man? They can't go together, right? That's not hand in hand, man. That's because free will is not biblical, right? Let's go to the book of Romans chapter 8. Let's go to the book of Romans chapter 8. Romans chapter 8 and verse 29. This is the book of Romans chapter 8. This is the book of Romans chapter 8 and verse 29. And it reads, for whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, and whom he called, them he also justified, and whom he justified, them he also glorified. Right? So that's predestination once again in the scriptures, man. Right? And if you have predestination, there's no such thing as free will, man. Not to mention that in previous accounts, man, you can see the Lord, not giving man free will. The Lord said, from the beginning, I declared the end, man. From the beginning, declaring the end. If something has already been declared on what's going to happen in certain events, individuals' lives, etc., you're not reacting on your own because it was already planned out for you. Right? That's what people got to realize. This is the Most High's movie, man. We just playing the parts. right? Now let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 39 and 28. Right? Because the angels don't have free will either, man. The angels don't have free will. Even the elements, man, the sun, the moon, right? The weather, right? None of these things have their own free will. They all are on the time and listen and are commanded by the Most High God, Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashiach Gomalaki Yahushai. Right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 28. And it reads, "There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them." Right? So you have spirits and you got angels, right, who are created for specific tasks, specific jobs. Why? To do the will of the Most High God. So whatever the Most High commands them to do, guess what? That's what they go and do. Read it on. It says, "Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment." Right? So these spirits, man, they rejoice at the commandment of the Most High God, man. Whatever the Most High God tells them to do, man, hey, they rejoice in that, man. If the Most High say, look, hey, go and be like in the book of I believe it's First Kings, right? When he said, go forth and be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. Hey, they rejoice at those commandments, man. Whether it be good or whether it be evil, man. Whatever the Lord tells them to do, they go and do it, right? And they rejoice at his commandment. Read it on. It says, I'm going to read 31 from the top again. It says, "They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word." So whatever the Most High say, hey, they not going to transgress that, man. They can't transgress. Satan can't go against what the Most High God tell him to do. You got a lot of people that think that, man. They got that Christianity. They bring that Christianity spirit into the truth, man. And it don't work like that, man. You can't do that. Right? It tell you that in the book of Matthew chapter 9 and 6. Right? You can't do that, man. Or it's like 9 and 16, I believe, on down. So, let's get another one. Let's go to the book of Sirach. Let's go back to Sirach chapter 16. Go back to Sirach chapter 16. This is the book of Sirach chapter 16. Bear with me. And 27. This is the book of Sirach chapter 17, or Salakia 16 and verse 27. It says, he garnished his works forever, and in his hand are the chief of them unto all generations. They neither labor nor are weary, nor cease from their works. So the things that he created, right? The moon, the stars, the clouds, the sun, right? The rain, all these different elements, hell, even the spirits, like we've been talking about. None of these things, look, they don't get tired, man. They don't have to take bathroom breaks. Okay, they don't gotta take naps. They don't get up in the morning like, oh man, he calling on me to do this again. Nah, that's not how it works, man. It says, they neither labor nor are weary, nor cease from their works. Meaning, hey, they around the clock, man, for the Most High. They around the clock for the Most High, man. Reading on, it says, nor cease from their works. Verse 28. None of them hindereth another, and they shall never disobey his word, man. So even the elements, man, don't disobey the Most High God, man. These wildfires and different things that's coming upon the earth right now in these last days, man, hey, that's all from the Most High, man. The Most High is commanding these wildfires to happen, man. Right? The Most High is commanding these different nations to rise up against each other, man. The Most High is doing all these things, man. Right? Nothing has free will in this life, man. Not the angels, not the elements, and not us, man. Right? So this is the brother Yair Radah. Lord willing, y'all is edified through the Spirit. a sure new moon. Continue to go hard through the Spirit, Israel. Continue to fast, pray, study, be diligent in the truth, man, and continue to be steadfast, man. Right, and with that, I want to say, Kwam Yasha Allah, Shalom.